hello. Welcome. Today on the show, we're going to talk about a little bit of crypto, a little bit of weird stuff, and probably DZ's obsession with Beanie Baby fan fiction. All that and more on today's Blockchain Basement.
Bum, 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 bum. You ready for this?
I'm ready. Welcome.
If you're going to screw me, at least pull my hair.
Hell yeah. What you got?
They could start chopping off fingers. They're like, give me your seed phrase, but I don't know it.
Out to give the numbers out. And I was like, no, hang up the phone right now.
Or like when it dropped in 2020, was it like exciting?
400,000 to 600,000. The generational signals are now.
Level. So I don't even know if we're going to get back below there. But if we do, that's kind of where we...
Hello, degenerates. Welcome to Blockchain Basement. We'll go ahead and do our shout outs. Crypto Tony, Manawa, Chemistry Bro, Ninja Glock, Ace 201644, Agent Brown Sugar, Crypto Biker, Crimson Caravan Company. Dude, you made my day, Ace. Let's see. On the attic, we've got Gary's Guzzler, always a fan favorite. Mike Bennett, Captain Daddy, Blazing 2JZ, Alex S., Super Trucker Ryan, Jacob Wandolowski, B&H Baker, Crypto Stevo. Welcome to the basement. We've got a lit show today.
It's lit.
We've got lit guests. Again, this show is sponsored by Liquid Death. Shout out to Liquid Death for their sponsorship. So can we go to the close shot real quick?
Yes, sir.
Sips.
Very good.
What flavor is that?
It's the best flavor. It is severed lime. So
I haven't tried one of those yet. They're
extreme.
that good?
There's no corn syrup or sugar. It's carbonated mountain water and agave nectar.
It does have bubbles. Oh, agave nectar? I can't do agave.
DZ, what the heck?
Only if it's tequila.
Why would you say that on the stream when we're literally sponsored by Liquid Death?
Because I like the normal death water.
Oh, we're not sponsored by them, DZ.
Or is it just normal water?
Damn it.
Actually, I like it to have bubbles.
Like plain water?
It is
Don't be
pretty
scared
good.
of bubbles, folks.
No one's scared of bubbles?
Because
Yeah, Powerpuff Girl.
Oh, yeah. Man, what a great show.
what a great show.
Chat, tell us your favorite early 2000s Cartoon Network show. All right.
Well, hold on.
Or just
We
Cartoon
can't
Network.
exclude Nickelodeon because Rocket Power was on Nickelodeon. Shout
Okay,
out to
first
my
of
boy
all-
Otto.
First of all, AJ, you're not the host of this show. I am in control. You may be at the controls, but I am in control.
I agree.
Welcome, everyone. AJ is on the board. We've got Taco sitting on the casting couch. We've got DZ controlling the casting couch, and me up here with the laptop blocking most of my body. This is my Metallica shirt that I love to wear. Shout out to Metallica.
Oh yeah.
We saw him live.
Yeah, we did. And TJ there. TJ fell asleep in the concert.
During
He-
Metallica.
During the Metallica
Oh my God.
concert. Yeah, they were great. Man, the freaking, when they did one, holy smokes, that they brought the house down.
James Hetfield, baby.
James Hetfield. Yeah. Dexter's Lab, Ed Nettie, Cat Dog.
Ooh.
Where's
Give me some
Hannah?
good
She
old
doesn't
Hey
work on
Arnold.
Fridays. Smash the likes.
Stupid kids afraid to leave.
The Brack Show. Brack Show is really good.
I'm closer to Satoshi's Egg. I was a Doug and Rugrats and Real Monsters guy.
Oh, yeah.
a little bit older.
Real monster.
Not bad.
Real
But
monsters.
I
Throwback.
quickly segued into Simpsons by 10 years younger. 8, 9, 10 years old, I was watching.
Do you know what show often gets slept on when you talk old cartoons? Invader Zim.
Oh,
Invader
yeah.
Zim was just amazing.
Never
you
heard of
can't.
it.
Oh my god.
You know why I never got into that show? Because when
'Cause
I
of
was
Hot
in middle
Topic?
school, it was all the
Yeah.
the goth Hot Topic
Mhm.
girls who smelled bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
that's it.
was like, nah, I don't want to watch that show.
Tell
Anyone
me you've
watch,
never been to Warped Tour without.
Anyone watch
saying-
SWAT Cats?
Wow.
SWAT Cats?
Hmm?
That
What
was
about
really
chicken?
Rope Ball. That's, I mean,
Gargoyles.
Oh yeah.
Gargoyles,
that
very
was a
good.
one.
that was very good. Well, guys,
Batman animated series.
Batman the Animated Series?
Yeah,
Is
up
the
there.
absolute pinnacle of Western television animation. Nothing can touch it. Absolutely
Have I
nothing
ever
can
seen
touch it. Yes, you have. You've seen the intro. Everyone here has seen Batman the Animated Series. It was
Very
orchestrated. The intro song was done by Danny Elfman, very, very famous Hollywood composer. So Anyways, let's actually talk about some crypto today. We've got some fantastic stories, but before we get into it, let's go. Actually, let's go around the blockchain. Ask how everyone's doing. AJ, how you feeling today?
Dude, I'm feeling pretty spicy. I'm feeling good.
Ready to get into it? Ready to fight?
Oh, I'm always ready to fight.
All right.
I did the portfolio video for Ben, which was cool. I definitely stay tuned to that if you want to know my secret DCA strategy
Sweet.
that I never tweet about ever. And no, today's gonna be good. We're going to the baseball game tonight. Go Braves. Glendale Supercross tomorrow. It's gonna be a killer weekend. I can't wait.
I'm just laughing at the DZ's hairline comment. SWAT cats made better planes from a junkyard than the military. That was a little plot hole, I guess. Rewinding. Yeah. I'll jump in since I'm talking here. I have a great weekend. It's Good Friday. I'm going to spend it with Kat. We're going to go see Mario Brothers tomorrow, 2 p.m. So looking forward to that. Might give my hot take on Monday on whether or not it was good and what I think of the lack of Italian accent. And so that's my plan, and I'm looking forward to it. Oh, I am in a short when it comes to crypto. I'm in a short, but I'm scared, we might pop a little bit. Volume's pretty much down. So right now, it won't take as much movement or as much activity to get a huge price movement in one direction. Tight stop loss. I don't want to turn my profitable trade into a negative.
Yep. Taco. How's it going,
I'm looking
bro?
forward to the weekend, but this morning I made an NFT Alpha video, so that'll come out at 5 p.m. I went over some of the other side news, the Codas, went over Looks Rare, they have an update, Magic Eden has an update, so check that out. And then on Saturday, playing some pickleball here with like TJ, I think Tim, Naomi, a few other people, maybe Tony. And then Sunday I'm probably just gonna chill out, maybe go to the gym and relax.
Sweet. Taco, yeah, I've been saying you're probably the person in the building who needs to go to the gym the most.
I've been
You're like withering away.
A relaxing day at the gym.
6 days a week. I gotta get back up to 7.
Well, all right. So let's get into a story here.
You have had the furthest decline, though. To be fair.
Oh, I wasn't even referring to that, but I was just saying you are.
But that's because he was at the top of the tippy mountain.
He was the most ripped in the office, and then I think it may be Aaron now.
Aaron? Well, he's strong.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, at one point, Taco had a 1 out of 30,000 physique, 1 out of 10,000 physique at the peak of his training.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, there's 10,000 human beings, he would be number one.
Yeah.
Sub 5% body fat.
That's pretty amazing.
Difficult to maintain that.
It's very difficult.
It's not healthy long term. You're only doing that to prepare for a show.
I like Cheetos.
Yourself too.
Oh, yeah. Your body is like, what the hell are you doing to me? Feed me some food, some substance. Well, it was an experience. I wouldn't do it again, though.
You did it, yeah. And now you're done.
Hey, Nick, do you think Shiba Inu could ever reach a penny?
I don't know, but some ChatGPT thinks that it can. So then obviously it must be able to do it. So ChatGPT shows a possible way that SHIB could reach 1 penny. Okay, so we actually have to click on this. Watcher Guru. Okay, so thousands of investors investors is a strong term there, poured their money into Shiba Inu with the belief it could hit the 1 penny mark someday. The path that leads SHIB towards 1 cent is now narrowed due to the enormous 589 trillion supply. Burns have been meager. So yeah, I mean, look, it's a meme coin, but okay, so what did ChatGPT say? Watcher Guru themselves, the Mr. Guru, said, "Can you explain the possible way Shiba Inu can reach 1 penny?" The bot responded swiftly and provided 2 options. Path 1. But before we go forward, does anyone here hold a bag? Full disclosure, does anyone here hold a bag of Shiba Inu?
I have Sheeb's original vision, SOV. I have 0 Sheeb.
Okay. Anyone else?
Same thing.
Love MTV's The Head, by the way. Nick, you love that one too, right?
The Head? I never watched it.
Giant head, alien lived in it.
No,
I do not hold any Sheeb, but I do have a little baby bag of Doge because, why not?
Doge
and I have a little bit, just Doge, not baby Doge. And I like Apecoin too, is another coin. Apecoin's also a fun coin to day trade. It has good volatility sometimes. When it moves, it moves. So definitely one to watch.
Okay. Yeah, pennies. Let's go back though. What did they say? Do they have the market cap up?
Sure.
Penny.
I can have. Well, let's look at the actual market cap of SHIB right now. Is it SHIB or SHIB?
I don't know.
Sheeb. Yeah, no, the ticker.
Shiba.
When you say the ticker,
ticker.
how do you pronounce the ticker?
I say SHIB.
I say sheep.
Chat, let me know. +1 if you in the chat, if you have or own SHIB. Market cap is 6.4 billion with a infinite supply. Let's look at this chart. There it is for 3 months. Let's look at the entire one. There it is. It hasn't even gotten anywhere near 1/10,000th of a penny, let alone 1 penny. Well, let's go to this article. Let's look and see. First of all, this is a jarring AI generated image of a Shiba Inu dog. It is terrifying, and the more I look at it, the worse it gets.
Yeah, its legs are just strange.
It has like the rolls of whatever that roly-poly dog is. The tail seems to like generate from its asshole. I don't really know I don't know how many legs it's like, I don't know. This is the
What's
worst.
it smiling about?
3.5. Looking at the sun.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
A Shar-Pei. That's what it looks like, a Shar-Pei. Anyways, according to ChatGPT, if Shiba Inu experiences a significant jump in demand from investors and traders, it could possibly open up avenues that leads to 1 cent. ChatGPT says one possible way for Shiba Inu is if it experiences a significant surge in demand from investors and traders. This can happen if there is renewed interest in the cryptocurrency market, which could lead to increased trading volumes and price appreciation, it wrote. Wow. What kind of like deep alpha is that, DZ? Is this deep alpha?
It is not deep, but it's as shallow as the smallest kiddie pool filled of piss. It is never going to hit a penny. Clearly, it's never going to go there. I think ChatGPT, though, you can prompt and you can ask things, and you can essentially, as long as it's not, what is 1 + 1, you can kind of prompt it into an answer that you want when it comes to opinion questions. I think this is just a strong example of that. I could prompt, tell me why SHIB will never hit a penny, and it could, and give me 50 reasons. It'd probably give me 49 great reasons.
Yep.
Go ahead, Taco.
I was using ChatGPT yesterday. I was just kind of playing around with Ethereum's numbers, and I put in like the beginning of every year and the middle of every year, and then I was like, what's the next sequence in this like string of numbers? Because you can't just put like Ethereum's price is this on this date. It will be like, I can't compute that because I'm not an investor. So you kind of have to like play with the prompt. But it said Ethereum in 2024 was going to be $7,300.
Wow.
Yeah, Rug Gang says, ChatGPT says one way I could become a millionaire is if I was given $1 million. That's really, especially ChatGPT 3, very, very limited. GPT-4 is actually very good at lying and hiding its sources. So there's
that's a good thing, though. We don't want, we want to hide some questions, right? We don't want to answer every question.
Oh, I'm saying, yeah. So that I'm sorry, I'm referring to an experience someone had where they were using GPT-4 to diagnose a medical thing, and ChatGPT said, okay, based on your inputs for these symptoms, they most likely have X.
You talking about the dogs whose life was saved?
No.
Oh,
I'm talking about a guy
too.
Yeah. So a guy put in these symptoms, said, what is the possible diagnosis? ChatGPT-4 said X. He said, well, what are your sources for that? And ChatGPT said, here are my sources. And then when the guy actually looked at the sources, what ChatGPT did is took sentences and cherry picked data from the sources that were actually not related to the disease and claimed that it had sources for it. So ChatGPT is amazing in a lot of ways, but it is also extremely flawed. So
yeah. Also, just in general, like you kind of like just do a little bit of math in your head about like the odds of Shiba Inu getting to a penny. Like it's already 14th in the market cap out of all crypto. It's 14th with the 6 billion, and it's not even in. There are so many more zeros it has to move over, and and it's already at a $6 billion market cap. Like the odds of that happening, like do you really think she's gonna be worth $1 trillion? Do you really think it's gonna be worth $1 trillion? Like ever?
Oh, I can't not host this show and use the coin perspective. But let's go to SHIB Path 2 towards the 1 cent dream. ChatGPT went on to say another factor that could contribute to Shiba Inu's rise to 1 penny is its adoption rate. If more merchants and businesses begin to accept Shiba Inu as a form of payment, it can increase its value and demand. This is the dumbest article on the planet.
If more people trade it with higher amounts of money, trading volume will go up.
Right.
Yeah. This is the dumbest thing ever. So anyways, I hate this article. I hate this coin, but let's just look at Shiba Inu. Let's just say it gets to
1 trillion.
That's not a penny. This is a penny. Okay.
Oh my God.
It would have to have a
6 trillion.
$6 trillion market cap for it to be 1 penny. So I'm actually surprised about this. I think this is theoretically possible because how big is the derivatives market? It's like
100 trillion.
Yeah,
quintillion or something.
I don't know. It's some bananas number.
I think
So
it's 100 quintillion.
If crypto was to move into the derivatives market, start to take over the derivatives market cap, I could see how SHIB could.
All right, guys. Well, let's ask a question. What's more likely? SHIB does a 1000x basically, or Bitcoin does a 40x to hit $1 million? A little bit less now, so it's even easier. It's like 30 something, but
yeah.
So Bitcoin, we all think, oh my God, Bitcoin hit $1 million. There's no way. It's so impossible. It's moon math. It's only a 40x. Yet we're saying it's impossible. Why? Because it has a high market cap.
Yep.
Well, guess what? You multiply SHIB a couple times. Now we're sitting at Bitcoin's market cap.
Yep.
And then you're trying to do 1000x. I mean, that's great. You have a wallet that you plan on selling at a penny. But if I had a 100x from here, I would, I would be looking at that wallet saying, do I really want to wait for the next 100 or the next 10x?
Yep. It's look, guys. SHIB is not your ticket to anything other than looking like an idiot. So, don't bother with SHIB.
Is it a tough question?
I'm going to rebuttal that a little
40x
bit,
versus 1000x?
Because I feel like there's still money to be gained. Go back to the all-time chart. If this just has any type of pump that it had in the past, you could make money. You just have to get in at these times. So I feel like if you just have a little extra cash on the side, why not throw $100 in it, turn it into 1,000, maybe 2,000? Because what was that run up from where you're at right now, but the bottom to that point? That's got to have been like a 300-400x or 300-400% gain.
Let's look at the market.
That looks like it's about a 7x.
Let's look at the market cap.
It's the same amount of zeros with the 7.
So
and we're at the same amount of zeros with the 1, right?
Went from a $10 billion market cap to a $43 billion market cap.
4x.
It 4x.
Well, there's more coins out. Or they burn. They burn. That's what it was. Yeah.
Was the supply inflation rate for SHIB is 7.37 a year. 40.4 trillion SHIB were created last year.
Yeah, just the tokenomics are so whack. I know there are some ways in crypto and buying meme coins you can make money, but if you're are you really gonna tell people to you can 5x your money in SHIB when they could just put their money into literally any top 20 coin right now and they would at least 5x.
And that's what I say people when they're talking about Doge, I don't think Doge will have a very tough time getting back to its previous all-time high because 14 million Doge are printed every day.
Well, Doge is it's literally not made to be a store of value. They specifically said we have the emission rate and the inflation rate as high as we have it because we don't want you to store. We don't want you to long-term hold Doge. It is made to be a currency, straight up.
Tell that to everyone, diamond handing it.
I literally was on the Doge Foundation's website the other day, and they were describing it, and they said, "Yeah, this is not a store of value. This is a currency. Don't hold it long term. We want to we have the inflation rate so high to discourage long term."
Let me repeat what the new type trader said. He's exactly right. Better off just looking at another low cap explosion opportunity. You'll get diminishing returns as the market cap goes up.
Yep.
Diminishing returns.
Exactly.
So people say, do due diligence on SHIB. I would say due diligence on exponents and what it really takes, to factor something to the 10th and then to the 10th again and then the 10th again. Just check out exponent. It's a little bit more difficult than people would imagine. Someone else had a list of some other. I would diversify my meme coins. Someone they typed in Bonk, they typed in SOE, they typed in some other stuff. Hosky is a good one on Cardano. I'd be much more interested in getting a low cap gem under $1 million than looking at something that's already at $1 billion because I could do 1000x to get to $1 billion. I don't see 1000x at $1 billion.
Yep. Really, really tough.
Oh yeah.
This is the law of large numbers.
Bitcoin will do a 40x before SHIB does 1000x.
For sure. Yep. For sure.
And Bitcoin's never doing a 40x. in my lifetime, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, $1 million. I mean, I don't know. $1 million is possible. But,
It could.
I mean, it could, but it's not going to be like 2 cycles from now.
No. Well, let's go ahead and elevate the IQ level in the room here. And let's talk about what Eric Voorhees wants to talk about. So Eric Voorhees, if you don't know who Eric Voorhees is, you should know.
Take a lap.
He's a crypto OG, probably a billionaire. And is just an incredibly smart guy. Walked away from his own project, turned it into a DAO. As soon as the Feds start to give him some guff about it, he was like, whatever, and just blew it up, shapeshift, and now it's a DAO. But yeah, so he's bullish on Thorchain. Thorchain remains the only DEX you can use to trade between native unwrapped Bitcoin. That's key. Unwrapped Bitcoin, ETH, Tether, and USDC. No intermediaries, no KYC, no borders. DZ, to you, does being able to trade native cryptos like this, is that important to you?
No, because centralized exchanges do it all the time.
But
stop.
It being a DEX, is that make it unique?
No, because DEXs, I don't know what their withdrawal. I mean, is there any kind of withdrawal issues with that? I mean, I don't know. Do you have to
like
deposit
fees?
it like in the DEX, or is it literally linking your ETH and Bitcoin wallet simultaneously? I don't think it does. Am I correct?
Yeah, I haven't looked into Thorchain enough to know that. Like, is it like a Uniswap kind of DEX, or is it like he's saying where
it has tenets of centralization?
Let's go. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Thorchain. Oh boy, this is their link tree. First of all, guys,
so much stuff.
Your link tree is out of control.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, I mean,
this is a mess. Okay, this is not a great.
Go to your damn website.
So Thorchain, just for the record, is number 100, and its market cap is 464 million.
You say link it via wallet, but I'm saying is it linking both wallets simultaneously? That's my question here. I don't believe it does.
Yeah, I don't think so. They're currently in a space we could listen in. Yeah, I've never used Thorchain that much, but having an option to, like, you do save money not having to wrap your Bitcoin, not having to wrap your Ethereum. So that is a time saver and it's a money saver. I don't know what the gas fees are. So like you may save time and money with not having to wrap your stuff, but then the gas fees on Thorchain may be higher and it kind of offsets. It may be moot.
Yeah, so someone's saying no. So like if it doesn't do that, then it's not doing anything different in a centralized exchange. Then honestly, it is a centralized exchange. We're just lying by calling it decentralized.
You say go to Thor Swap, not Thorchain. Interesting.
So is he wrong?
Right, Thorswap, app.thorswap.org.
Hasn't this, yeah, thorswap.finance?
.finance, okay, .finance. Slurpee from 7-Eleven would be a dank accessory for Tacos Fit.
All right, so you basically select your chain and then you get your choices of wallets. So it seems like Uniswap. You just like pick your chain, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've never used it. I know they got hacked like a mofo in 2021. Like it was like every other article was about Thorchain getting
all right, well, let's
hacked.
assume you do link both wallets. It is truly, more decentralized than, say, doing it on Binance or doing it on Coinbase.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't see too much of a value add there because to the average retail investor, to the people that we need to get in the space for Bitcoin to hit $1 million, they can open their Coinbase app and switch Bitcoin to Ethereum, Ethereum to Cardano, Bitcoin to Cardano, any kind of combination that is coins on there. So most people don't care about self-custody. Now, maybe 10 years from now, and then, we see more events like the Canadian truckers, maybe that won't be the case. But right now, most people don't care. Right now, most people get freaked out when they have to type in a seed phrase. Right now, grandma is uncomfortable losing all her money by forgetting something. And so right now, it's a big nothing burger.
Yeah. And that is played out in this whole thing right here, where you have to do this, where you have to connect a wallet right here, and then you have to do this. You've lost every normie on the planet, right?
Oh yeah.
Someone has to fix this. We have to streamline. This is fine for like traders and whatever, but still, if you want to be able to interact with Web3 in any way,
can you swap Thor to Bitcoin and just see what happens there?
Oh,
Thor swap.
sorry.
The drag down.
to
Well, can you just hit the
Bitcoin.
drag down on Thor? Boom. Thor arrow, hit the arrow.
Thor arrow?
Yeah, yes. Okay, so you can just ETH, just in case. Just hit ETH.
ETH native to Bitcoin native.
Thor name or recipient address. So I'm not seeing a Bitcoin connection plus an Ethereum connection. It looks like it's putting it to some sort of centralized address. Again, I'm not sure. I'm just kind of looking at it as we're looking at it. This
There's
is
like
all
a
happening in
router,
real time.
right? It feels like there's a route, like some type of bridge.
Well, if I'm not linking my MetaMask and a Bitcoin wallet simultaneously,
Yeah.
then is it truly a decentralized DEX? I don't know. Or is it a DEX? I don't know. Let's move on. No one cares about Thor, right? I mean, people don't even like the movie.
We would have. I was gonna say we would have to like actually swap it and then see like what kind of scan comes up.
Yeah.
Ether scan.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't know either.
talking about DEXs, talking about centralization, Eric had another hot take. So U.S. Treasury yesterday said we should improve oversight of DeFi services. And Eric Voorhees says everyone, including the Treasury, already has full oversight of DeFi. It's open source. So what do they really want? Well, when they say oversight, what they mean is control. They can't control it. Yes, you can see it. It's on a public ledger, blah, 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 but that's not good enough for the feds. They want control of DeFi. That's why in this document, I read some of it yesterday, in this document from the Treasury Department, they said, we want DEX operators, which was funny that they said DEX operators and wallet providers to implement AML and KYC into everything. Everything in the US, they wanted to have AML and KYC out the yin yang. So they want control over this, full stop. Now, will they get it? I mean, the fact that they named a DEX operator shows that they still fundamentally don't.
Well, let me just push
know
back
what
a
a
little
DEX
bit.
is.
Eric Voorhees is lying right there and making a dishonest argument. He's
being sarcastic.
No, it's not all out there. It isn't all open source, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
So
What do you mean?
he's full of crap. So Uniswap, sure, yeah, you can look at the code, but do you know Uniswap? Who pays Uniswap's light bill? Who pays Uniswap's Twitter Blue? Who pays for Uniswap's domain hosting? And so do we have oversight of that? If the answer is no, then we don't have full oversight. Do we have full oversight of a GitHub link? Sure. But that's not the entirety of Uniswap.
It's a good point. I never even thought of it like that.
So let me think about that. So the Treasury in their document, and I need to read the entirety of it, the Treasury was more focused on the markets themselves and not the software. They were mad that there were markets that were not KYC'd. So I would say that is what Eric is responding to, but I could see your point of, yeah, who has, well, I mean, does Uniswap have Twitter Blue?
I mean, they have a headquarters. Someone had to pay for the domain name. They are centralized to a degree.
Yeah.
Who's controlling? I mean, that's not a DAO. Every tweet isn't a DAO vote.
That's true.
It's not decentralized. It is decentralized, but there's a degree of centralization.
It's less decentralized than other things.
Yeah.
Or excuse me, it's less centralized than other things. So like Jane Street, right? Hedge fund, that's about as centralized as you could possibly get. Would you agree?
Can't you say like the front end of Uniswap is centralized, but the code and everything on the back end is decentralized?
Who changes the code?
It's the GitHub commits, right? So you commit a change to GitHub and then the token holders vote on it, on whether it gets implemented, just like Bitcoin. And then there's the actual integrators who follow through on the results of the vote.
And if you were to zoom out and to discover there's a Uniswap foundation and it holds a significant amount and they're tied to the creation of Uniswap, would you still say it's decentralized?
I would say it's
spectrum.
I would say it is more decentralized than Wall Street, but there are other DEXs that are far more decentralized than Uniswap. Uniswap's actually a bad example because Uniswap is pretty centralized.
I think the point though is like it's a centralized entity with a decentralized product.
Yeah.
So like they're trying to cut off the front end, make a KYC, so you can't even get to the part where you're decentralized. That
I'm just
would be
pushing.
a problem.
Yeah, I'm just pushing back against Eric Voorhees because he's saying you have full oversight because you can look at ones and zeros. That's not an honest argument.
I think he's more just calling out their bullshit and say just say you want to control it instead of say we want oversight.
That's the point. Yeah.
Because
and I agree with that, but don't bring a bad argument to make your case. That's a bad argument.
Like decentralized or like crypto is a threat to
the Treasury.
The same report.
Yeah.
They said it's a threat to national security.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, I can see your point. I think he's just being more tongue in cheek and just say you want to control it instead of saying we want more oversight, because I guess you could. I mean, they already have oversight if Uniswap is paying for Twitter Blue, to your point, and they already have oversight if there's a domain name registered. Like, they know what it is. They say they want more oversight of the transactions, but what they really want is to control and say, yes, you can transact on Uniswap, but no, you cannot transact over Uniswap. I think that's what we're all getting
I'm sure
at.
the CIA has some dossier on like the founders of Uniswap, and they know what direction they wipe their butt. So I'm sure there's like agencies that have all this information, but that isn't going to make its way to like.
We're
House
supposed to wipe 2 up and 2 down, right?
I go sideways, left, right, left, right.
Oh, do you
alternate.
like spread?
Yeah.
Do you go in from the front?
I usually
no, I'm not a woman.
wrap my hand and then I jab myself.
You jab yourself?
I don't judge.
It got real interesting when I broke my arm. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, yeah. Did you have to lick it?
No, I can't reach that far. I'm sure if we could, but let's talk about crypto.
Did you need a little help from your girlfriend?
Yeah.
No comment.
There we go.
No
there we go.
comment.
Man, I'd have a debate on, be like,
that's right.
And then I would just squat like a frog and drop.
Oh,
water.
like those wine glass, like you see at the bar that cleans the wine. They put the glass upside down on it. Just like, plug yourself down on that. Clean it out, baby. This is the kind of alpha you get on Blockchain Basement. Okay, we're here every day talking about not just crypto, but how to improve your life and your anal health. Okay, U.S. Congresswoman calls for return to gold standard but avoid crypto payment systems. Who is this leading light? It's none other than Marjorie Taylor Greene. She suggests that the U.S. return to the gold standard. She doesn't know what the hell she's talking about.
No.
But she is not a fan of FedNow. So good old MTG. I mean, honestly, she's like the WWE China of Congress, right? We should go back to the gold standard, not digital currency payment systems.
She's essentially the right AOC, right?
I see. I would think like Lauren Boebert was like the right wing AOC.
I would say Boebert isn't as effective with social media as MTG, and so I say MTG is maybe below Trump, but on the right, one of the most effective people using social media is her and Matt Gaetz, and then on the left it's AOC, and I couldn't even think of a second person on the left who's really, really good with social media.
Yeah, that's hard. That's really hard.
And on the left, you trend younger, and minority on the right, you trend Anglo-Saxon and older. And so, they kind of seem like good representatives of their base.
Yeah. So, I mean, look, MTG, you could have opinions about her. She's, a funny little barnacle in Congress, but it's good to see people with a platform who are taking a stand against CBDCs. Does she understand what she's talking about? Probably not, because there's literally no way that the United States could go back to the gold standard without completely destroying our economy and the world's economy. Like, that ship has sailed. I'm sorry. It's too late for that. There's not enough gold on the planet to back our dollars again. And we're addicted to coming up with our own money and making our own loans because we are the world reserve currency. That's how we can do all this stuff. Okay. We can't have gold be the world reserve currency again, because then we're not in control of it. Because then you can mine it wherever you want, and then you can put it on the market. And then there's a kind of an open market, and people don't like that. Well, people in the Fed. So that's why we moved away from it. All that's kind of collapsing before our eyes right now, but I'm sorry, MTG, we cannot go back on the gold standard. There's a lot of reasons why. You can come on the show. We can explain them to you and your staff. But I'm very happy to hear someone on the right take a stand against CBDCs. We need more people on the left to take a stand against CBDCs, because even though I may politically be right of center, this is the CBDC problem is not a left or right issue. Okay. there are ideological reasons for left-wing people to be opposed to the CBDC, and there are right-wing reasons as well. So we need to come together and fight back against these issues.
MTG is actually my representative. I live about 30 minutes west of this bill. Yep, Paulding County. So she's actually my. I didn't vote for her. I haven't voted in Georgia yet. I've actually never voted Republican. I'm not saying what I'll do next time, but yeah, she's actually my representative.
I don't think people really understand what happens if we go to a CBDC.
Thank you. We were just talking about that earlier, Taco. We were looking at this one article that was talking about the expiry dates on CBDCs. Like, what human being in America, at least no one that I know, would sign up for your money? You have to spend it by X in X amount of years, or by December every year, or whatever. Like, would anyone in their right mind sign up to have their money lose value after X? Just no. Like, what?
And you can even say like a CBDC is almost like a social credit score. I think it was like in 2017 in China. I forgot what city, but they already have like face recognition. If you cross the street, if you're not on like if you jaywalk, they'll subtract money from your WeChat account.
Yep.
It's that was back in 2017. Now it's 2023, and we're talking about implementing CBDCs in our country. What do you think is going to happen? You're going to have like caps on cash spending limits. I read earlier today, I forgot where, but in this country, they have a $1,000 cash spending limit. So you can't spend more than $1,000.
I think it's in the UK.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So they're forcing you to use their like CBDC, like AJ was saying, and then like I was saying, you cross the street, you're not supposed to in this little area. You get docked some money.
So Top D, you've just got out of prison again. Congratulations.
Yep.
Your brother's also out of prison.
Johnny.
Now that you have found willing partners to empty your essence into them, and you can think more clearly, how is the government, or first of all, what is Top D's position on CBDCs, and do you see them being implemented and accepted within the next 5 years?
Break yourself from the wage cuck mentality. I just want to give you a soundbite there. CBDCs, obviously bad. Spending limit, or a finite shelf life, obviously bad. Are they going to use it to control? Very obvious. Are they going to use it to monitor you and then punish you? Of course, we saw what happened to the Canadian truckers. It will happen to you if they bring it to these good old US of A. Sure, I think we can push against it. I don't think it'll happen anytime soon. I think they'll sneak it in slowly but surely by saying it's only doing it, intermittent payments between banks or international. But don't worry, we're not going to give it to you yet. And then all of a sudden there would be a situation similar to the Stimmy Check rollout, and where it will be, and you will be incentivized to make a wallet. And then the prospect of free money will be so enticing to everybody, we'll end up doing it, and then that's how they slip it in.
Well, they're already talking. I mean, there's been so much talk now, and I can say this because people are already talking about it. They're already planning for the next pandemic, right? Joe Biden literally said that last week. He said,
what's wrong with that, though?
Yeah, so nothing's wrong with it.
Oh, okay.
Because
I don't think there is.
We already have. You can say, hey, we need to plan for the next pandemic. That's fine. But you need to have a plan for what that's going to be. You can't just go ahead and because I think they were authorizing some funding. I should have brought this up beforehand. They were authorizing some type of funding for a program that had nothing to do with pandemic planning. But then Joe Biden in the speech said, yeah, and this is part of helping plan for the next pandemic. Like, wait, how did the two did not equate to each other? So, and that's also, interestingly enough, SBF talked a lot about that during his meltdown, and his whole family is actually attached to quote unquote pandemic planning. So, look, if they are actually planning for the next pandemic, I hope they're doing it. I hope they learned lessons from last time. First of all, never have an Italian be the doctor for America, and second of all, that would be the way that there would be another round of stimmy checks, right? So you lock everyone down again, you manufacture a virus in quote unquote China, and then you put people, say, hey, here's the new FedNow coin. It's going to come to your phones. That's how you spend this money. All the other stuff is going to start, they'll print a bunch of like regular dollars, and then the CBDC won't have as much inflation, so people want to hold on to it more. That's how they get backdoored in there.
Wow.
So
the best way to keep safe from a hurricane, get your vaccine shot.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Kids, they touched my leg hair.
I know.
And it's funny that you brought that up, Nick, like the whole like pandemic prevention thing, like the story we were researching yesterday for Ben. Basically, if you guys don't know, SBF, big giant political donations, like over $40 million or something like that. He gave $5 million to Joe Biden. What a lot of people don't know is that he had a super PAC that was $27 million, and he gave $10 million of that to a guy named Carrick Flynn, who ran for the Democratic primaries in the 6th Congressional District of Oregon. Tell me why SBF gave twice the amount of money to a rookie politician who had no experience that he gave to the president. And
he might be trying to flip votes, and it might be a better allocation of resources.
But wait, there's more,
hold on.
DZ.
There's more to it. So basically, this guy, first of all, poor Carrick Flynn, he didn't even make it past his primary. He lost by the twice the amount of votes. But basically, his whole story was he was connected to effective altruism, and basically, and he said that he never met SBF, but he met SBF's brother, and it was all based around pandemic prevention, and so the next one would go over smoothly, and that was where they put their flag. That's where they drew their line in the sand, that this is because of pandemic prevention, not because of money laundering, not because of any other sketchy reason SBF would want to have paid politicians in the Senate or House for him. And it's just that's the kind of stuff that is just so interesting that it just kind of, the stories just kind of die and no one finds out about it. And that's the kind of stuff that's super
to me,
interesting.
effective altruism is similar to what we talked about, tools like a knife or a shovel. It could be used for something good, it could be used for something bad. I don't think there's anything wrong inherently with effective altruism. There's nothing wrong with saying, okay, I can give the homeless guy $20, or my $20 can buy 72 mosquito nets that then save people from malaria for the rest of their lives. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, it is used for nefarious means. I'm not saying it's all, sunshines and rainbows. But I just want to be intellectually honest. There's nothing wrong with wanting your dollars to be spent effectively. And I don't think there's anything wrong with giving more money to, if I were to say the other side, it's well, I could give a bunch of money to Donald Trump, or I can give it to this one specific Tea Party candidate that, in my mind, is really going to have more of an effect. So, just zooming out, I don't see too much wrong with that, though. So, and again, I think SBF's bad and all. I'm just, playing devil's advocate.
It's just classic millennials renaming a thing that's already been around for a long, long time. I'm doing intermittent fasting. No, you're skipping a meal. Okay. Oh, I'm practicing effective altruism. No, that's just called philanthropy. It's just being smart with how you give your money. So it's annoying that, I have PTSD. No, actually, you're just stressed out and you're addicted to a screen that's forcing dopamine restrictions onto your body. So just stop, get over yourself, millennials. Understand your world, read a book, touch some grass, get off of social media, please buy some crypto. Speaking of crypto, the IRS just released its plan to spend $80 billion the agency is getting from the Inflation Reduction Act. They're hiring 30,000 employees over the next new year. Definitely going to be the sharpest knives in the drawer. The IRS says it will focus on auditing high-income earners, not regular Americans.
Yay! I'm a regular American.
Yeah.
So
that's gross.
I mean, okay. Y'all know what I'm going to think about this. DZ's in a feisty mood today. DZ, what's your take on this?
Well, my take on the feisty mood is you guys told me to disagree a lot.
I know.
Go back to the tweet. Go back to the tweet. That's more for the fans. Yeah, it's not great. The 30,000 people, they're going to say they're targeting the high income earners. They will, because they need some headlines, but they're also going to be targeting you, me, and I think they're going to be targeting political enemies. I think that's probably on the pipeline. It sucks being someone who's putting their face in front of a camera talking shit about them right now. But you know what? I love the IRS, actually, guys. They never make any mistakes. These 30,000 is going to be nothing but valedictorians.
I really like Tiny Ames' comment. High income earners generally have good accountants.
Yeah, and then the other guy, XRP Rail says, "What is a regular American?" Well, yeah, I mean, you got to keep it vague. They didn't notice they didn't say we're only going to focus on people in X, Y, and Z tax brackets. No, they just said regular Americans, right? So, like, what the heck does that even mean? Because you can make $150,000 a year. Technically, you're in a pretty high tax bracket, but depending on where you live, you could be living large, or you could be living in a hovel in Manhattan. So some people are going to feel targeted, even though you're technically making a lot of money. You're stepping on the throat of really $150,000 is like damn near working class in New York City. So
you guys also see that in 2022, nobody from crypto really filed their taxes.
That is incredibly
I don't know what you're talking about.
And also explains a lot.
I mean, the market really did go down, so that kind of accounts for some, but
yeah,
everyone just had boating accidents and lost their ledgers.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't think people wanted to take the time to claim a whole bunch of losses and then open themselves up to putting themselves on the radar for having been a crypto trader.
And then they're like, hey, wait, what about that crypto from last year?
If this was 2020, people would probably, if we didn't have all of the regulators screwed themselves because they came down too. What was that?
Sorry. They called out someone for their name, and it is apropos to them.
Oh, well.
People getting hot water. Let's just address the elephant in the room. People getting, strong feelings on the word PTSD. I don't really want to comment on that. But someone was, they had their name DOD slave talking about veterans.
Yeah. Someone, Nick, the PTSD comment was a little off. Yeah. Here's the thing, man. If you go on TikTok, every single person will say, oh, I have PTSD, or, oh, I have OCD, or, oh, I have autism. And they are using those actual medical labels to cover up failings in their own life. So what they're doing is they're cheapening those really debilitating problems. Like someone who actually has OCD and cannot leave their house until they've put their toothbrush back in the holder 200 times and until they've turned the key in their lock 50 times. Those people have debilitating diseases. You just like having the trash can liner touch all the way down to the bottom of the trash can is not OCD. Stop it. Shut up. You're being stupid. So I made a comment about PTSD as kind of a throwaway, people just throwing that term around. Because yes, it's unfortunate. There are people who are actually struggling with that in their lives every day.
I agree with all
okay?
that.
100%.
And we need to control our language. We need to understand and not cheap. Language is power. Okay. Words have meaning.
Yep.
So yeah, you can't just throw around words like OCD and autism and PTSD without them being cheapened. Rant over.
Well said.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Okay. So, I mean, look, the IRS, they are a abomination and they are not supposed to be a part of this country and they are the oppressor. So I don't know what else I can say. I can't really give any more interesting takes on this. No one here in this chat likes the IRS. If you do, you're probably working for them. But look, I mean, the government came down too hard, too quick on crypto, and all the smart crypto people figured out about it. So when TurboTax showed up and said, hey man, did you trade crypto? They're like, hell no. Because as soon as I say yes, I'm on the IRS's radar. The IRS should have been way more smooth about this and had it like slide in really nice and easy, but they were freaking out about it because they see that people are getting rich outside of the system and they don't like it. Yep. So that's part of the reason why 99% of people didn't claim any crypto on their taxes. A, because everyone lost money. So they're like, whatever, screw it. And B, I don't want to be on your radar. I don't want you even to know who I am. I stopped using Coinbase at the beginning of 2022, and I've never used it since because I want to be completely off the radar. And they're going to start coming for your Bitcoin. And if you keep your Bitcoin and have kept it on a on a centralized exchange, it is tainted because they're going to follow that and track that back to you. Okay? So, even if you move it onto an Exodus or you move it onto some type of cold wallet, it still has a trail because guess what, folks? It's a public ledger. Okay? And the Coinbase is going to divulge all their stuff to the IRS. They're not going to hold out. And all those Bitcoin accounts are all going to have transaction IDs and they're all going to flow back. And the IRS eventually will try to pull your Bitcoin in a certain scenario. So yeah, you need to be aware of this stuff. Okay.
So Nick, to avoid having like tainted crypto to the users out there, like what's a good on ramp or off, well, particularly on ramp you would use that's not centralized that wouldn't taint your Bitcoin?
Well,
mine it yourself.
Mine it yourself. Look, guys, the only way to really truly get untainted Bitcoin is to mine it. You can also use a Bitcoin ATM, but you can be tracked that way in a couple different ways because you're using a credit card. You know, you'll be on a camera using it. They could timestamp you and all that other stuff. But look, if you're either P2P, right? You find someone with a Bitcoin who has it clean, or even if it's not clean, P2P without any in a third party, or you mine it. Other than that, unless you're using a mixer, then you're pretty much tainted and toast. And any wallet that Bitcoin touches can be tracked. So thankfully, there are other mixers that are coming online. I know there's one that's on Ergo. And yeah, people are going to be using them because it
shouldn't be illegal.
No, it should not be illegal at all.
Nope.
Like it's
Coinbase is fighting to reverse that ban.
I know, and I'm very happy for Coinbase to do that. I think that's going to be part of Ryan Selkis's platform. Ryan Selkis here, this is his tweet. Every major crypto company in the U.S. should be ready to fund the upcoming campaign. What that campaign is? Well, Ryan Selkis is running for office. It's going to be an all-out war the next 18 months. Founders DM me for details. So Coinbase, and we got Ryan Selkis, and we got Ben Armstrong. Ben is doing amazing things in Washington. He is advocating for pro-crypto legislation. But Ryan Selkis is actually going to be the man on the ground, the man in Washington. And it makes sense for everyone in crypto to get behind what Ryan Selkis is doing and what Ben Armstrong is doing. So you can actually, because Ryan Selkis is going to be running a political campaign, you can give campaign contributions to Ryan Selkis. I'm a huge fan of Ryan Selkis and all the work he does at Masari. We are at war with the deep state, okay? And I know that sounds inflammatory. I know that sounds like something MTG would say, but look, I actually think about my opinions before I say them, unlike MTG. Us crypto-focused folks are at war with the deep state. Legislators, they can help us and we can vote for them. And that is how we have a voice. But these deep state people, they don't ever move. They'll be there for 50 years and they aren't voted in or out. Okay. So those are who have to be routed out when it comes to getting more freedom for crypto. And folks like Ryan Selkis, Ben Armstrong, and to a point, Coinbase are right on the money. Sorry, what did I do?
Stop banging.
Stop banging.
Streaming 101. Don't bang them.
I'm sorry. Hey, Alex Jones does it, and he does very well. Anyways, how are you feeling about Ryan Selkis overall? Let's go around the blockchain.
He neglects Cardano in every single report. It's ridiculous. He keeps pushing Solana and FTX tokens, and he was like, "Oh, SBF's the man." So we remember, Ryan. We remember.
Damn it, Ryan.
Second what DZ said. But AJ, if you want to.
Also, like I think it's erroneously, but he fails to include Cardano in certain metrics. I don't know if it's the total value locked self-custody issue. I don't know if it's sometimes they don't count like NFT volume and other things. But Cardano kind of gets pooped on sometimes. And Ryan Selkis, he's one of the people with diarrhea.
Well, I don't like that he poops on Cardano. Cardano is one of my favorite picks, but other than that,
pushing Solana and FTX and FTT super hard.
That's definitely gross. But I did read a good majority of like the 2023 crypto report. Nick printed it out here, and I was in the office before Christmas break, and I was like, "What's that?" And he was like, "Here, print one out." And I read a good majority of it over Christmas break. And I really like a lot of like what they had to say. And like Masari is great for like crypto research. It'll show like for every coin, like the tokenomics and like in-depth stuff like on chain. And so like definitely if you've never used Masari for like specific projects for, crypto TA and stuff, definitely worth a look. I like a lot of what he's doing. And his Twitter's really good too.
His Twitter's fire, but damn it, Ryan. Can you just get on board with Cardano?
Damn it,
Ryan. Okay, guys.
Him and Charles Hoxton, they had like a little back and forth, and I think they'll actually include it in the 2024 report.
Well, they better. Damn it.
Satoshi Glockamoto asks us, DZ and AJ, what do you see ADA doing this cycle from where it is now? DZ, you first.
$7.50-ish cents. Bull case is like $9. Conservative case is like $5.89. Right below $6.
Yep. I like that. I like that a lot. I don't have my red rotary phone right in front of me, but if you look right there is my conspiracy board.
Yep.
Right there. Maybe we'll do Cardano for price prediction department next week.
AJ just had a great idea. Let's get a high resolution scan of that board and put it in a all around print t-shirt.
That would be sick.
That'll be fire.
Sign me up.
Let's get to these 5 underperforming altcoins in the crypto market this week.
Real quick on that, we also need to recreate the same frame, angle, size, everything of the Charlie photo.
Yes.
Yeah, and then have you there like,
yeah.
We need to recreate, try to do like we're trying to reshoot The Shining or something.
Yeah. That'd be great.
All right, here we go. Arbitrum, Conflux, and Stacks ranked amongst the most underperforming altcoins of the week. I will continue to slam my fist on this desk. Okay, so underperforming altcoins that saw prices falling in the most in the entire crypto markets are Mask Network, Arbitrum, Conflux, Stacks, and Hedera. Mask is one of those underperforming altcoins that saw its price break out from a symmetrical triangle on the 28th. So this is a lot of TA, but this is interesting because these are strong projects that have dumped in the face of a lot of pumpage. Mask is one. So look, you buy red, you sell green. Okay, it's here, it's consolidating. It's probably gonna. Looks like it broke out and it did a move to the downside. That's fine. Okay, this is a good thing. This is an accumulation zone. You don't buy into a pump. It did its pump, and then you wait, and then you see it settle back down. And that's when you start making positions. You don't do it here. You don't do it here.
What's your favorite position to get in at? Like, is it at the top of the channel, the bottom of the channel? Second time it tests support?
I was about to say something different.
Missionary for the sole purpose of procreation.
I would go after.
Yes.
If you look from left to right, there's the after the second touch of that zone.
Yeah.
Once it bottoms again, to the left, Nick, of your arrow.
Yep.
That little hook right here. I'll point to it. I would go there. After that first.
Okay.
Would that be a higher low?
Yeah.
That looks like right there.
That
Second
looks like
candle up.
Anchor wave, trigger wave.
Oh yeah, nice little trigger wave.
That's where I'd go.
Baby. Shout out to
Crypto Face.
Shout out to Crypto Face. Conflux price trades in a neutral pattern. Look, guys, I don't really like Conflux. It is a proof of work mineable coin, but it's fully controlled by the CCP. Not a huge fan of it, but I think it could see a fair amount of upside in the next bull run. And here's why. Because China is probably going to get into a little bit of an argument with the United States pretty soon over a little country called Taiwan. And if they cut us off from any of their stuff, Conflux could freaking go bananas because then they're going to have to rely on their own technology to do their stuff. Conflux right now has a market cap of $1 billion. $1 billion. There's no max supply, but the total supply is at 5.2 billion coins.
Ranked number 50.
42% down on volume.
Yeah. So it's pumped a lot.
Yeah.
It's a coin that is highly manipulated, but so far it's been manipulated right now to the upside.
And in Ben's portfolio video I did today on the Coinly, Conflux had the biggest pump out of all the coins on the list.
It's pumped,
which is insane.
I do know a miner who was mining Conflux. He's basically been mining Conflux from here to here.
Wow.
And so far he's reaping very significant rewards. I do see its market cap reaching another all-time high in the next bull run, but be careful because it could go away just as soon as it pumps. So Conflux, as far as trading goes, meh, because it's highly manipulated. Stacks, on the other hand, pretty good project. Let's see. Stacks price has fallen since reaching a yearly high of $1.31 on March 20th. Decrease took it below $1 in the horizontal area. As a result, the previous breakouts considered only a deviation. If the downward movement continues, Stacks price could fall to 60 cents. Stacks is the Bitcoin layer 2, right?
Yeah, and it really started pumping after ordinals and all the Bitcoin NFTs.
80 cents right now. 80 cents right now. I mean, look, if Bitcoin ordinals continue to be this niche kind of fun thing that maxis do, I think Stacks is
I have a little Stacks alpha. So Johnny is actually participating in the Stacks Bitcoin ecosystem, and his 2 cents is right now the wallet support integration for Stacks is shit. It's involving like GitHub. Anybody who's done some extensive mining, you know what it's like when you see like GitHub wallets. It's a little bit more difficult. It'll freak you out a little bit. You better write down everything. I lost all my Raven coin to a freaking, excuse my language there. I lost all my Raven coin to a GitHub wallet. So I know the pain of GitHub wallets. And he's saying there could be potential. Someone's working on a wallet. I don't know if it's like, I don't think it's going to be a Google plugin or anything, but apparently a more user-friendly wallet's coming. I don't know if that's alpha or not, but I mean, if it does hit, that could be great. That could be a nice bullish indicator.
Wallets generally never pump immediately, but they really increase adoption. So, like, I really like this one project. It's just totally forgot it. It's not Conflux. It is Cortex. Cortex, another mineable coin. It's an AI project. Super cool. You can mine it. Oh, wait, you can't because the wallet is unusable. It is the most difficult wallet to download from GitHub and actually put onto your computer. The mining algorithm is bananas. None of it makes any sense. It's an incredibly annoying project because it has such a low market cap and it has such a great use case and it's been around for forever. Annoying.
This is a great question by Morrow. Will the crypto community ever experience wallet fatigue? I have some thoughts. What are y'all's thoughts?
What do you mean by wallet fatigue?
Too many.
Oh, yeah. I think we're there already. What do you think, DZ?
Do we experience app fatigue?
I do.
Do you really worry about that 28th app, or do you just kind of use the top 5? And when you need to use the 17th most popular app on your phone, you just use it. You don't really care. You put it in the background, you forget about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you're saying app fatigue, like I don't really give a crap about if it's the number 1 app. I just want the best one.
Well, I'm thinking more like you probably have some apps that you probably haven't touched in a year. I don't know, since maybe last phone, you know, then you don't really like, you're not like, oh, that 20th app I haven't done in 9 months. And you're like angry at your phone looking at the icon. I mean,
right.
It is annoying. It's annoying, but I don't think, you know, it's stopping people too much. Although, it is annoying as hell though, especially when you get a new laptop or PC. You know, when's the last time y'all have done that? You're like, oh my god,
it's the worst.
My wallet's on here.
Takes like
so
6
you know what?
hours.
I take it back a little bit. Yeah, we are kind of getting.
The last time I went from the iPhone 10 to the 13th, all of my 2FA I forgot to port over. So that
Jada did the same thing.
I remember that.
Yep.
Yeah, he had issues for over a month. I feel like 1 or 2. Like it took you a long time to fix.
I still don't even have my Discord one, so I have to. I'm like permanently logged in on my phone, and that's how I get onto my computer because I do the QR code. Otherwise, I'd probably have to go through support, and it'd be a nightmare.
Yeah, it would be a nightmare. All right, let's talk about HBAR real quick. HBAR price broke out. Descending resistance line on March 29th was rejected at the 0.5 fib retracement resistance level, creating a long upper wick.
What was that?
What's that? Why do you talk about projects, not products? Is that what you're laughing at?
It's a hexagon.
Oh,
it's okay.
Look, man, I almost went
like
this whole
Hex.
show without talking about Hex.
I know. Let's just go back to HBAR. I'd much rather talk about HBAR.
Okay, sorry. HBAR. Look, man, I don't like HBAR at all. The token, first of all, the project is World Economic Forum, so GTFO. Second of all,
is that the Hillary Clinton coin?
It is the Hillary.
No, that's Algorand.
That's Algorand, baby.
Get it right, guys.
Yeah.
Get it right.
HBAR, it sucks. What is this? What is this market cap? HBAR. HBAR. First of all, the guy's like, it's not a blockchain, it's a hash graph. Okay, shut up. Shut up.
I agree.
Stop being cute. $2 billion market cap. Okay, fine. It's number 33 on CoinMarketCap. I mean, max supply of 50 billion, circulating supply of 30 billion. Until they come up with a really, really compelling burn mechanism, I don't give a crap about this thing. I think it sucks. There you go. I said it. AJ, disagree with me. HBAR Army, where are you at? Look,
where do I begin? Shout out to all the H barbarians
Follow me on Twitter.
Shout out
at me.
Shout out to all the H barbarians. Now you know what account to unfollow right there. I'm just kidding.
Whatever.
No,
Follow
H-bar,
me for hot takes.
Yo, Nick is full of hot takes. I'll give him that. But H bar is one of those coins that
50 cents?
Listen, like a lot of projects will have like one niche thing that it is super good at. Like, right, like, they'll do one thing.
What is it?
H bar does all of the things.
Then you fail.
Everything.
Yeah.
But the thing is that they're best well known for enterprise blockchain. We're talking this coin super duper fast. And when there was a report that came out with like talking about integrations with Microsoft and Apple and Google and all this other stuff, and there was no other crypto on there, but guess who made the cut? H-bar. And that's because it is, listen,
great.
Give it a year and you can thank me later.
Great. Look,
I have a bag. I have it on Coinbase.
Great.
Why put it into Hashpack and then delegate it and then get some
and
rewards.
then get your wallet hacked?
I don't play in front of trains to pick up pennies.
Oof.
Well, you like keeping your money on a centralized exchange?
I don't feel like Coinbase is the same as what you just called
Hashpack.
it.
It's the
I'm not putting Hashpack. Hashpack to me is the weirdo at the concert that's like trying to get you high. All right, I got a Hashpack.
I like that guy.
Hey man,
I like that guy too.
Hashpack?
You love that guy. Hit that like button if you're that guy.
Yeah. Subscribe to Blockchain Basement real quick. Hang on, guys. Subscribe to Blockchain Basement. You gotta follow D's. You gotta follow Todd. You gotta follow AJ. But most importantly, you gotta follow me. Okay. So I am at Nick DeMundi on Twitter. HBAR doesn't have smart contracts on CoinMarketCap. Other sites have smart contracts listed for HBAR. Thoughts? HBAR does have smart contracts.
Yes, 100% they do.
I don't know, Kryptonian. I love that you gave us a super chat. I
Thanks for
don't know
$5.
what you're talking about. Talk GRT for a second. Okay, there, I just did. Fox 250. What do you guys think of Ajax? Too late to get in? No, it's not too late to get in.
It is not too late.
It was 60 cents. It's 39 cents right now. It could have a 50% pump to reach previous all-time high.
Yeah.
So AGIX is one of those coins that I'm super big on. It's not like in my top 3 of coins I'm DCAing. I'm actually not even really holding a big bag of it right now, but AGIX is a good coin to day trade. But for long term, it will be a coin you want to have in your accumulation bags. AGIX is basically the open sea of AI. Like, ChatGPT put AI in everyone's hands, but now AGIX is going to be like the marketplace where the AI programmers will get paid in that AGIX to put their stuff on their front end. They don't have to create their own front end. It'll be on the Singularity Net, and then the users will pay AGIX to use their AI platforms. If you haven't checked out the beta for Singularity Nets, like the store, it's super cool. They have like music demixers, like they can language translators, all these really crazy fun AI things that people haven't even used yet. I'm super bullish on AGIX. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, how would I use these AI developers front end? What does that mean? Explain like I'm 5.
So I'm saying if you're an AI person and you want to,
what does that mean?
So you're an AI programmer. You program AI stuff, all right? But you don't want to have to like create like a store where people go to buy it. What
is it?
Like whatever. Like if you have a program that says it will translate every audio book into another language. But you want to get that out to people, but you don't want to make your own website. You don't want to make up the whole payment programs.
It's like an Apple App Store, but for AI.
You can put it on AGIX.
It's Fiverr.
People can
it's Fiverr for AI programmers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it. But it's just super convenient because if you're a programmer, you don't have to go through all that legwork.
I'm thinking as a customer, why would I not use Midjourney or Chat OpenAI?
Well, there's other applications. There's other things to do.
What you're doing is you're trying to utilize.
That's why I was more looking for an example there.
Yeah. So for Midjourney, if you wanted to, if you bought the rights, just like people do for game engines, right? Like Unreal licensed the Unreal Engine, but Unreal also makes their own games from it. So you license, let's say if someone wants to license the Midjourney app and specifically make art that can be used in school systems to show chemical compounds, right? And have it very, very refined for that, then that's how you would want to sell that app that's based on Midjourney, right? But Midjourney is not making an app to make diagrams of chemicals.
Yeah. Okay, so the main value proposition is onboarding or making a sleeker UI over Chat GPT and Midjourney. Because I don't have a problem typing prompts into Discord. It's annoying, but I guess, I've said often that it's going to be a hindrance and we're not going to get mainstream adoption as long as it's that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But what about when Midjourney sees the most successful person on AGIX? Why wouldn't they just say, oh, let's just copy that? That's my worry, just looking at it as a business perspective.
That's a great point. But what really sold me on AGIX was the music demixer. So basically, you can put an audio file into this thing and it will demix. It will separate the guitars, the bass, the drums, the vocals, and anything. And say you're a music producer and you really like the snare drum on a Red Hot Chili Pepper song. You could demix the song and take the file of the snare drum and like steal it and edit it into your own stuff. Or if you wanted to do like a instrumental rap beat, but there's not a good instrumental online, you could upload your favorite like Eminem song or whatever and take his vocals out of it and keep the rest of the beat and do an instrumental on that. Just as a musician, I thought that the demixer that is what sold me on AGIX. But that's just one of the many deals that they have. But that's my take.
Cool.
Guess what?
Right.
We're almost done, but there's one more thing.
The best thing too, the craziest thing, the thing you stuck around for.
Well, you stuck around for the altcoin picks. That is what was on the thumbnail. It was on the title. TJ said I had to talk about these things. Okay, but I mean, +1 in the chat if you want us to do some live research. Oh wait, it's 2:30. We got to go.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we got to go, guys.
What are our picks?
All right, just throw out some names. Coins. Just give me two.
Coins.
Ape coin.
Render token. AJ.
Wait.
Oh my God.
H-bar.
H-bar.
Oh my God. What about you?
SOV
Algorand.
for memes, Neo for AI, for Dex's Apex, and all these things have been shared here previously.
Yep. Threshold. Threshold's also another good one. Okay, folks. That's all we have time for. Crypto Tony, Chemistry Bro, New Type Trader, White Rabbit, Major HD, Satoshi Nakamoto, Radio Crypto Phase, Mr. Techno Goody, everyone in the attic, Nicholas 86, Gary G, Jackson, Praveen, Gravy Train, Fluffy the Sheep, GT. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us on the Blockchain Basement. I don't know. I hope we'll get into the Beanie Baby fan fiction that DZ's been writing, but that will maybe next week. Until then,
let me end with a relationship hack. Stop by a local Walmart on your way home from work, fellas, and get your lady a little basket. Put some Easter egg, put some Reese's peanut butter eggs in there. Then, maybe just like her favorite candy.
Yeah.
Boom. Brownie points.
Boom.
10,
brownie
20,
points.
30
See
bucks.
it top.
Maybe like some KY jelly or something.
And you're
Kill it.
Bye.
Kill it. Taco went taco.